Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ñu ngi nuyu ku nekk sa tur ak sa santa di leen welcome back rek si suñ Friday edition bi hashtag Nuyu Gambian Football. Ngi apologize last week, mënuñu woon a am show bi because we were having some technical issues. Waaye solo ñoo dégg rek loud and clear rek, ñu seetaan, can you just give us a thumbs up si comment section bi su ko defee we will know we are good to go. We're good to go. Yeah. All right, Mohammed. Yeah, Jerry, thank you very much. And Father Musanyang, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah. First of all, Dylan, welcome back. Right? Dylan said, like, I hope everybody will do, get up okay. Do ma def dara rek ba Habib mu nuyoo waaye xam naa si kanam tuuti rek dinañ am sang wisdom mendi dinañu join si kanam tuuti incha allah waaye balaa maa dem rek mun naa bàyyi Habib nuyoo.
Wow. Nako, it's another Friday. Alhamdulillah. Nako, you share everybody. Home and abroad it's always nice to come. Gam football fan forum hashtag Noyo football. Well, have my time moms to change the hashtag because the amount of stuff you hear mom within our football it's way over the top. So there is always something to talk about on a weekly basis. So alhamdulillah we are here. Coming here last week we couldn't make it because of some technicalities. Why Santa Yala and ñëwaat nañ to talk about li nga xam ne moom lañ bëgg ak luñ bokkat mooy Gambian football. So we expect to have a good one. Maybe tey duñ am time pour wax 2 hours like we normally do because am nga rek AFCON baa ngee daw. So we try to squeeze the time between the two games. Su ko defee ñëpp mën a focus si show bi. Waaye tamit nevertheless I'm not more than we could surpass the 1 hour. Why we will see, inshallah.
Thank you. But I know them like I mentioned very interesting game today. First division league. And then very interesting results. And the league is it's turning out to be a little bit unpredictable. It's turning out to be unpredictable. The teams that started really well, are kind of struggling a little bit. And the teams that were struggling at the beginning of the season have started picking up important points. And the other thing, you can find some consistency as well. And today's results from the Gambia Football Federation Facebook page, because we always wanted to take official results. And then there is no better place than to do it than the Gambia Football Federation. Bombada played against Real de Banjul, the defending champions in Brikama, and there was a 1-1 draw. That was, something that we will talk about a little bit. Falcons, Team Rhino. It's always been a game, Bohamnela. They've been a very, very difficult game, and. And because for the fact that they're really close and they both came to the second division, I think almost at the same time. And Team Rhino Agent Falcons 1-0, at Sarakuna East. TMT started slowly in the league against Banjul, in Banjul Mini Stadium Day. It was a Banjul derby. They ended up also snatching it a very narrow lead, 1-0. Against Banjul, and that has shaped up the table. But we will talk about that in a bit, and also we will look about the standings in the table. But Real de Banjul dropping points against Bombada, was that expected?
Well, so wholly based on current form. So based on paper, you could say that we expect Real de Banjul to come and grab all 3 points, despite the fact that it was a home game for Bombada. But I think Bombada they played well. I think they earned the point. I think the results was fair enough. Like based on Nubombara play and that, and I think they deserve it. So why, from a fan point of view, you might be a little bit disappointed. Um, I was expecting the boys to come and give a better performance and take all 3 points, especially having their game plan work properly because they scored early. Early goal the guy scored. So then anyway, Bimom, it will be one of those days you have the boys who will be comfortable. But Bombarda came into the game and some poor marking in the box. So Bombarda equalized deservedly. So on paper, you might be saying the Real Bangles should be winning this game, but football is not played on paper. It's played on the pitch, and I think Bombarda deserve to go home with a point. So it was unexpected, but that's the reality of football. Football, mom. If you don't do the right thing or just a chances, anything can happen. Like I come in the Gambian league, the difference between the team, the margin is not very big. It's about just taking your chances and doing the right thing. Why there is a huge margin between the teams when it comes to quality. No, they may know. So Bombara, they earn it. They played well. They equalize. So that's the way it is. Going back to the other game, Rhino at Falcons. So xamee ñoom ñaar seen location rek da nga xam ne lii local derby la. They were all ready for it, and I think this season we have seen a different Rhino in terms of winning against very good team. So I think Rhino has improved a lot, and winning this game nekkut loo xam ne daf ma surprise because they defeated other households named in the league. So defeating Nini Falcons, in Serekunda is not something loo xam ne man damaa ne daf ma surprise because I know the descent from they are, even though amoon na match bu gaay lose, waaye xam naa ne Rhino has all what it takes to beat anybody this season because loolu lañ gis si ñoom. So Falcons were in a good run of form, but it's a derby game. It can go either way. So gis nañ ne daal Rhino jël na all 3 points yi. Amoon chance na to see wait the match pour wax kan moo play better and not, but I think at the end the 3 points more count and then Rhino ñoo ko am. So congrats to them. Banjul, I don't know what's happening with them, but since last year they've been having problems. They are better with playing some kind of teams. If you bring Real Banjul to them or Walidan, they will be at their best. They will bring their A game. But they've been losing matches like I don't even know what's the problem because how much chance to wipe them this year. So how much exactly? Lan mooy seen problem why I don't think things are working out for them because ñu ngi lose lu bare. So gis TMT dem foofu noonu win leen then di nga gis ne ñoom they are having some issues. So TMT tamit at one point they were deep in form. I guess the wins are coming back-to-back wins, I think. So we hope to see more of this in the coming matches. Sana Barma benen match.
Yeah, those are the 3 games. TMT versus Wabanjul and Rhino versus
Yeah. So it's Friday. So I think the only surprising results was the Real Banjul game.
Yeah,
Why anybody
I had the Ayamane saying in one of his posts in one of the groups, he said Bombarda played really good, the whole position with bravery, which was a little bit surprising. They really played really well. So I think this is what we wanted to see. If teams like Bombarda can come in who are in 12th position, and are giving Real a good run of their money, I think that's something that's really positive. That shows you that the margin is really tight. But put together a lot on Wahrek. See Wabanjul. They lost their last 5 games in a row. You know, yeah, we lost a bit in a minute, but I'm not a back league. Yeah, they lost their 5 games in a row. That says a lot, and they're sitting second to bottom with Walidan. Walidan also draw only 3 games, win 1, and they have only 6 points going into into this difficult period. I mean,
you mean they lost 5 consecutive games?
Wabanjul, yes, lost 5 games in a row, and
Ooh, Lulu
with
is
9
Lulu,
points. They
Lulu,
only
Lulu.
won 2 games, draw 3, and they sitting on 9 points. Walidan is on the rock bottom. They also lost their last 4 games in their last 5 games. They lost 4 in a row, and they're sitting at 6 points. So it's kind of
Wow.
getting really, really, really difficult for Walidan and Wabanjul and Brikama United.
5 consecutive losses.
Yeah, but Walidan has a game in hand. They're not playing until tomorrow. So hopefully, we can see some changes. Brikama as well. In their last 5 games, they lost 4 and drew 1. So they picked up 1 point out of possible 15. And Samga as well also won 1 in their last 5 games, and 3 points in a possible 15. So it's like the bottom 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, Samga, Brikama United, Wabanjul, Walidan are really, really having rough times.
Wow, Sana,
Both of
scared.
both of these teams lost their last 4 games, except Brikama United, who drew 1 and lost their last 3 games.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. 5
Yeah,
consecutive matches.
Yeah.
Lulu is catastrophic.
Talking about Team Rhino, it's a team that has vast experience now in the first division, and can do one. They've not been they've been really consistent. Especially at the beginning of the season, they really a team that is will have a good run. And I think this season they came with a little bit different. A lot of young players as well, because Cusco Golbitei, Usenu Jaguraga, this was a kid that was like a ball boy in the team. Like it was like sitting on the Siponoila that talk, just to say that magic, and this is amazing. Seeing those players getting more hungry and interesting, coming up and then fighting for what they love, and ended up playing in these in the first team Rhino is amazing. And you see, it's a team that started from the grassroots. I remember one time, I'm on a training session with them, and I was meant to understand, like, so many years back, that kid was one kid that has made it to the first team. And these are kids that were training like Sister I think U9, U10 team. I had a session, and one time I, Facebook memory, and I reposted again. Zakaria told me, he said to me, Coach, do you know that kid right up there is now in the first team? That's amazing. I would definitely love to see him play. And then, finding it really, really interesting. Right now are really, focusing on the youth. And I think that has manifested this year. A lot of young players that came through the ranks, from the academy, Nyosi team ranks, and now they're playing first team players. They're very important players in the team. That being said, Real de Banjul, St. Robite has, they had a 2-point lead. They could surrender their lead to the Summit if Fortune play tomorrow, who are in a really, really great run. Fortune played, they won in their last 5 games, they won 4 in a row. And, they only conceded 7 goals. So they sit on 24 points. So if Fortune can win tomorrow, it's going to take Fortune to 27 points, whilst Real would be second with 26 points. Team Rhinos win today has moved them a lot, also from 19 points to 22 points. Even though we lost our last game, and then fight back again, to win today, to take us 22 points is amazing. And Falcons is in fourth with 20 points. So it's a winner take all for today's game. Falcons could have extended their lead, but obviously Team Rhino came in and win and then overtake them. So which is good. Steve Biko playing tomorrow. They could also go to 22 points. Level on points with Team Rhino if they can win their game tomorrow. TMT,
against who?
This has moved TMT from.
Sana Biko against who?
I'm gonna fix it, but I know that the rest.
Okay.
The rest of the games will be played tomorrow because it's obviously every 2 days. Because TMT's win has moved them from 15 to 18, and Greater Tomorrow who are playing tomorrow, including BST Galaxy, who has lost their last 2 games in a row, and then also at 17 points with Greater Tomorrow, a goal difference. They maybe 0, but because Greater Tomorrow scored 15 goals, whilst BST scored 8 goals, goal against 8 goals. Both Greater Tomorrow scored 15 and conceded 15. BST Galaxy scored 8 and conceded 8. Then followed by Marimo, who are also playing tomorrow with 16 points. A win could take them to 19. It could obviously move them up to 5th position. Then Nuam Gaf, Nuam Banjo United, who are on 15 points, and they also had a game tomorrow. They have a game to play. Gaf, 13 points, they have a game to play. And that's it, followed by Bombada, who are they were on 12 and now moved to 13 points and sitting on 12th position. So the bottom 4, it's Samga, Brikama United, Wabanjul, Aquadita.
I think Bombada should be pleased right now in that 12th position, knowing that they struggled from the beginning and coming from the 2nd division. As things stands, I think they should be happy. Even though they need to improve on their home matches. If they can win more matches at home, I see them staying in the 1st division. Well, Sana, we're spending so much time in the league, so we move on. What next?
Yeah, obviously we gotta move our AFCON elimination B, and I think it's every other country that has lost in the group stages are trying to post-mortem of what happened. Why do we go out? What are the pros and cons? And hopefully we couldn't see any. The technical team would sit back to draw a technical report, to present.
Was there any technical team, Mohammed, they were in Ivory Coast purely for that?
To my knowledge, no. I understand that the coaching association, Keva Jasper went. On which capacity, I don't know. I try to find out why are we not having a technical support group that are going to post-mortem like we did the other AFCON, which during the leadership of Matar Moj, and they ended up presenting a technical report to the Gambia Football Federation. So this only shows me they don't take the technical aspect of football really serious, because there were recommendations that were sent to the Gambia Football Federation by the Gambia Football Coaches Association. Everybody see that, and I was privy to read that report and to go through it. Almost all the recommendations were not looked into, and then this time, Fagane Purgai Banchobi like Mota new Jill Kenna, the Gambia Coaches Association, who is obviously Keba Jasper Toure, the president, the interim president of the Gambia Football Coaches Association. went. But I asked a lot of questions. Why we didn't have a technical support group? That is going to give us an opportunity for the coaches to take up with the technical aspect of the game, because the last time they went on training practice, they own games to a game that they assessed and then bring up the report. This time we have an opportunity to have them there earlier. I'm not going to put that on GFF. I don't know, maybe partially. The Coaches Association should have also engaged the federation on that way prior to that, to make sure that they needed a technical support group, to help, draw a proper understanding of the health of AFCON. It doesn't happen. Was it a surprise to me? No, it wasn't a surprise, because that's a problem of the NCC and the Football Federation. So that is one area that we cannot. But what we can really talk about, and that is really important, is to enlighten Nini about few things. I understand there could be, and I quote, there could be a commission set up to look into this AFCON, a potential commission that is going to be set to look into this AFCON, and they're going to look into every aspect of it. But we think it's important for people to understand how these bonuses issues work, because nyari major thing more help. The nearly plane disaster and the row of the March bonuses. We choose not to talk about the March bonuses for so many reasons, because we are right deep in there. And I think, in my opinion, it is something that we have to talk about today.
Well, son, I think Man said Mike bonus will come later. I think the most important thing we gonna have the mom like Gamel Buga Dega about this flight.
Yeah.
This flight issue, both because Harris is important, is good, while Harris never compared to life.
Life, yep.
Anything when life comes into play, or when your life was at risk, we don't talk about money. We talk about life. So the fact that Lulu, it was about to happen, but thank God happened. If the government of the Gambia and everybody involved, definitely setting a commission to look into these probes. Gambia is a failed state, because we have just seen Ghana and start. They'll be having a massive demonstration. They are just doing that because they had a bad AFCON. Think about if the Ghanaians were having the same scenario, whereby they hired a very small aircraft. Think about the outcry of the Ghanaians. They are going to demonstrate for the simple fact that they had a woeful AFCON. Then talk first round. So imagine if they were in our position, whereby you could have lost a whole national team. So Lulu is something really big, and I think that the authorities will do the needful. You follow from a distance. Luckily, you was an platform, and we will keep on saying these things. Why they should not take it lightly, and everybody you are involved. We need to come and face the press and explain. We need answers. Do you allow guys you put under the carpet like they always do? Wow, the government they got fatty. Don't worry. And we are also urging the minister to do what is expected from him. Lolo ñu ko fa xaar. Suñu defut lolu sana. We will use our platforms to advocate, to talk to the Gambian youths, to learn how the system is trying to neglect the lives of Gambians going forward. Lolu, we won't take it lightly, and if they want to take it lightly, we will expose them. Inshallah. Lolu must stand for now. We expect them to give us a report. Comme que last AFCON there was no report. This AFCON so we expect them to do the right. And I think the Gambians are waiting for them to do the right thing as soon as possible. The same thing applies to the row of the match bonuses. Nyatala, tan mo am, because Sang Mendy made a very good post a couple of days ago. Nyanyo, who were eligible to have that money, because how many players qualify rounds and their names were in the list. They went to AFCON. How many players 2-3 matches? So how the money was shared? People need to know.
Yeah, people need to know, and I think there is no other better person to shed light on the match bonuses than Cho, because he's the team manager of the national team, and he's one person that I have a lot of respect for. If we wanted to have fine answers, regarding his role in the national team as a team manager, he's always willing to. So we will reach out to him and to try to have him to explain that. But I think that post really, the last time I stand to be corrected, it was shared. Even players who play 1 game, 2 game, that's based on percentage, connecting the lingawara. But I think it's not of explanation that needs to be done on that match bonuses, because if they said if the team qualifies, this is the amount that the team should have. None have that agreement, and I think that's where the biggest problem is, where we there was a misunderstanding between the federation and between the federation, the NCC, and the ministry. Who we had Bakary Badji come out on a press conference, on a press briefing. He said, they are not. That is not a privilege. Harris Bobonono, it's something that just came up now, and the players are saying that they had that agreement with the federation before the before the start of the qualifiers. So, was there any communique between the federation and the Gambia and the ministry in regards to that money? A lot happened. A lot happened in between, and we don't want to blame nobody, but we think that the authorities are responsible. It's either the federation or the ministry. It's
Yeah, but
who is trying to
Sarah,
fool Gambians.
Wahi Bakary Badji is clear. So wahi ne ñoom they were not informed. Moo laa wax ne ñoom seen diggante ak GFF it's not good.
Yeah.
Because GFF su amee before we have any agreement with the boys. Before we have any agreement with the boys concerning money and bonuses, they have to cooperate with the ministry.
Yeah, I think before. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Both of them have to be together. They have to talk about this and have a. Yep, they go around. But GFF su nekkee ne dañ am agreement ak boys yi without putting the ministry in the picture, loolu is wrong. That's very wrong. You cannot do that. You have to put the ministry in the picture. They have to know. I'm not saying ne loolu mooy xew. waaye maa ngi laa wax ne loolu mooy lu war a am. Loolu mooy lu war a am. So loolu moo laa wax ne like people running the affairs of our football nekkuñ in the same vein, and that's not good. Man gëm naa ne su nekkoon ne ministry bi ak GFF are together in this, duñ dem aksi fii nii. Ndokoon they would have solved this problem long time ago. Why the fact that we have to come until the 11th hour and coow di am Kaba taxaw fii Bax taxaw fii kii wax dem Ivory Coast kii wax dem Ghana moo laa wax ne definitely our authorities are not acting professionally, because the Ministry of Sports at GFF they should work hand in glove ba nga xam ne any info boo xam ne dafa aksi from either side dafa war a filter to the other one su ko defee ñu am one voice. Waaye the fact ne kii su waxee lii kii wax la li sana loolu it's a problem. That's a big problem. But we're talking about the match bonus. I don't think a player who played the entire qualifiers could play 2-3 matches. One on your M.
Well, usually, like I said, I don't want to blow up things that are not my domain. But I know that they are not equal. I know that but what percentage I don't know. That's the reason I said I'm going to reach out to Cho and ask him how these match bonuses work, because people need to know. People need to know how this works, because we won't be speculating, which is really, really important. But I know that they can be equal. Who played like 8 games or 10 games cannot be equal with somebody that plays like 1 game or 2 games. It's never in a million, in a million years normal. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yes, I wanted to come into what you said about the match bonuses. To me, I think there is a communication lap between the federation and the ministry regarding this, because this Benala it might be a communication gap, or somebody is not saying the truth. Because I was meant to understand that the ministry are well aware of these match bonuses, but
when Bakari was talking, he was next to Kaba
yeah,
on
that's
that
what I'm
press
saying.
conference.
And Kaba didn't deny it. So that's the reason why somebody, they will probably, when they face the media, they will probably want it to be a little bit nice to the people, even without blaming each other. Even though in that press briefing, you can easily see it. Someone is trying to put another one under the bus. But here's the thing: any agreement that should have been struck within the boys regarding their match bonuses, it should be the document that should bind both 3 parties. So, faking the ministry or the NCC or whatever is responsible on these match bonuses, and I think it's the ministry that is entirely responsible on these match bonuses. They should be in the picture as far
Well,
as decision making is
Sana,
concerned.
Sinekene ministry more responsible. Who is responsible for the qualifying bonus?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Qualifying bonus be more qualification bonus. It's the same qualifying bonus, because
Wow.
these are bonuses. Just to enlighten Ningere, because I spoke to certain players. They agreed with the federation. They never said that they agreed with the ministry that they have to pay them this amount. In every qualifiers, they agreed with the federation that this is what we have to. This is what we are demanding if we qualify the team to the AFCON. That is different from match bonuses.
Sana, a second. Did you send Sang Mendy the link?
Yes, I did. So these are 2 things. Match bonuses that are given after every game, and the qualification bonuses should be given immediately after the team qualifies. There is also
Sana fofu la wari taxaw. Nen taxaw fofu. Man dama fa ne ku wara fay xaalis bi mu wara négocier.
Well, loolu la wax ne waaye ministry bi tamit duñ leen négocier direct with players.
No, even if they don't, no, Sana. This is a money boo xam ne jóge wut FIFA. Listen, you have to make this clear. GFF will tell you ne xaalis FIFA, money is coming from FIFA. GFF ñooy decide how the money should be spent, right? If the Gambia government to the Minister of Sports ñoo war a fay qualification bonus bi, su nekkee ñoo ko war a fay, they should be in the conversation. They should be in the conversation, because xaalis bi jógewul FIFA. Xaalis FIFA, GFF can discuss 100%. Waaye su nekkee ne this qualification bonus Gambia government ñoo ko fay, they have to be in the conversation from the word go. That's my point. Put your mouth where the money is.
That's what I'm saying. We all on the same boat on this. What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to put across here is, the GFF are the one that are contacting the players, that are talking to the players. Even the minister made this really, really clear. But like I said, the negotiation, everything that happens, the ministry should be copied before they sign the final agreement. Because these are agreement you have there. If it's made between the federation and the player, it is actually the country that is agreed to pay these players this amount of money when they qualify the team to the AFCON. Well, which happens. But what I don't get, why do we keep having same problem, having problem with this qualification money? The last time they had it, something wasn't clear. This time they have it, Nikobuga in the issue of they said they should not be paid that money. They want diplomatic passport, and the players said clearly. They told the president they don't want him to take money out of his pocket to pay them, to give them like a token. Okay, let them give diplomatic passport to the players so that could ease their traveling. This is what was said, which is really understandable. But they said the president, the match bonuses is not coming from the president's coffers. Come last time, the president gave them $11 million. That is it's the money that the country would say, hey, thank you for doing a great job. So, but this time around, one president with Joe Harris, this is what the players told me. They don't want the money. And I think this can even the Munna Degeral, OJ Sibopams, I had him in one of his interviews, he said it. He said
OJ made it very clear.
Very clear. He said
very clear. He said
misconstruing it.
He said the passport has nothing to do with send agreement at GFF.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear. And then for you could see that these authorities are not telling the truth. And you could see there is contradiction. In a sense, the minister was saying with the passport, there should be no money. So meaning
that's what the player said.
So meaning the minister is aware of the money. You could see.
I mean, I can tell you he is aware. Everybody is aware of the money. Everybody is aware of the quality. Even Buboy Deme Saudi, I understand that Buboy Deme Saudi, they called for a meeting about this money. And they included the rep of the ministry on this issue. They're going to look. We've waited for this money for a long time, for the longest time now. Nothing has been said. We want to have this money whilst we are in Banjul. And the players came to Banjul with all the stress they went through. They wake up in the morning, probably 4 a.m. Then the next day, 8 o'clock, they were in Banjul to work on their passports. And they had to go and take the battle flag, came to the hotel, asked for their money, and no one was ready to give them answers. Nobody. And you see, when we say the team, we cannot only say the players. Look, we have to be very clear with this. This qualification bonus includes everybody in the team. From the kid manager to the medic, right down to the head coach of the team, they are all included. So these people would agree. I agree. One of the people that said, "Hey, this is their money. They should be paid." He should have said, "This is our money. It should be paid." When they agreed, an agreement is an agreement. It's either written or verbal. Once you agree with someone, it should be binding. And these players are not mad. The only thing is this time, the difference between this time and the last time is they stick together this time to say, if we do this, if we all wanted to do this, let's do this. And that's why I didn't have a problem.
But I believe that the players should not only stick together when there is money problem.
Yeah.
There are other things affecting the national
their
team.
Own players, affecting their
and
own
they
colleagues,
are quiet.
And they are quiet. And they are happy about it. They are happy about it.
They should take responsibility. Man, how more these players can be strong like this. So we want to see the same energy in other aspects of our football. Not only when it benefits them.
We have to make this clear. We have to make this clear. And that has to go down to OJ as the team captain. Because he's the one who stood out. He's the one who spoke on behalf of the players. He should stood for the truth. He should stood for all the players. Any injustice against any players, he needs to put the authorities in the picture and sort that out. You see, one of the people that went to the AFCON, that did the losing program, he called me one time. Team be the faction. I have been around the team, but I know that the team there are camps. There are camps in the team. So we know about that. We know that there's a leadership issue in the team. Hopefully, the other incoming coach will know. They can feed all necessary information. And I think the best thing that coach would do, whosoever it is, you come in, contact the players directly by yourself. Talk to them. Talk to the players. talk to players ñoo xam ne nekkatuñ ci team bi laaj leen what do you think about the national team. That's going to give you a better understanding of how to handle things. It's really important. I don't know that they're searching for coach, now they are not searching for, but we are waiting. We know there are lists going on, we know there are rumors going around, but we don't depend on those things. And we know that there are, in fact, people, they are working tirelessly to make sure that somebody is put forward. And they kind of a little bit muted about it. You know, so we will get there. We are waiting on day by day. Sang, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
His Excellency.
I know. Well, Sana and Habib, thank you so much. Sorry for coming late, and because I'm on class, but more don't teach, so I close a little late. I'm got class, we're so interested in it. Sometimes students they will get them. So
I know. No. They miss you. Hello, like you've been away for a while. They were happy to see you back.
Yeah, seems like. So naka
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we were writing. We did briefly on it, but the most important thing we were talking about the match bonuses.
No, about his post. He made a post.
Yes, we will talk. We talked about the match bonuses, and then Abib did talk about the post you made. Because we want to we want people to understand where this issue of qualification bonus come. For important program, so we should stop pointing fingers, either blaming the players or blaming the authorities for things that we have no idea about. But I think it's important to share the thoughts. Like I said at the beginning, these are things that were agreed. The federation and the players agreed on before the start of the qualifiers. So they're entitled to the match bonus. The scope of the match bonus, how it is shared, it is something that is it's a question in the air. And like I said, there's no better person to answer those questions for Gambians than Cho. And I know, like I said, he's someone who is always willing to share thoughts about things that affect things that are directly under his watch. You know, that the public needs to know. Yes, we are not going to know everything about what happened around the team, but also these are basic things. He cannot give us figures, but he can always tell us this is the percentage the players should have, or this is how it is shared, so people have a better understanding.
Well, so the match bonus is like you said, if of course match bonuses are promised players before a tournament, because dingalenwa clearly what is a winning bonus, what is a draw bonus, and when you lose you get nothing. They serve as a motivation to the players. So they are playing a tournament bo hamne qualification la tamit dang dem muna clear lolu nonu so lan qualify. This is the qualification bonus. And I wasn't privy to what was discussed before. I don't know whether you were privy to it, but I wasn't privy. I was only shocked when I saw that the players say they are not going to train because they were promised bonuses that were never paid. And then I was like, but how comes? And how long would it take for these bonuses to be paid? Which bonuses are they talking about? Sila knew later on realized they are qualification bonuses. But again, the tricky bit of these qualification bonuses is in a single qualifying match for a country like the Gambia. The coach, do they use many players? He stick to his core of players. It wouldn't be difficult. But in a country like, for example, Senegal or Nigeria or other countries where the coach would be compelled to change the team sometimes every 2 matches or every match, is it fresh players or here and there. Sometimes they're tricky to know who gets what. Why don't they tamit a work plan? You know very well that qualifiers be dina am maybe about 25 or 35 players ñoo xamne play nañ ko. So if we get the qualification bonuses, match bonuses will go to the players, but the qualification bonuses will be shared for every player. Kumusa kick ball in the qualifying rounds, what not benefit from the qualification bonus. So I don't know how the 38 million qualification bonus was calculated. Then you must agree that 38 million la moneka. So for example, if Sang Mendy was invited once and he sat on the bench, playwood, Nekuton si reserve bisa dafa wara am a qualification bonus because he or she has taken part in the qualification. The fact that he was named in the team that went to Senegal to play that qualification match, while he didn't make the bench, what not benefit from the qualification match bonuses? Now, if Sang plays only one match, Sang dafa entitled to a match bonus of one match. If Habib plays 4 matches, then maybe Habib is entitled to 4 matches. Sana plays 6 matches, Sana is entitled to 6 matches. So play means yow dañ la bolé ci team list bi. Why, in my opinion, that would be more reasonable because dang ma isi ma train ma bokka ci team bi tukki why playuma dama wara am ci match bonus bi.
Yeah.
So the tricky thing is how much the 38 million naka la ñëwé ak suñ ko sédo naka lañ ko sédoé. What is evident is that ku musuta play ci qualifying rounds waruta ñam ci xaalis bi. Ku musuta bokka ci team list bi dem bi travel wala biñ invite home, final team list buñ invite home 23 la wala 25 man squad la ku fa musuta bokka waaye nga dem si AFCON bi waruloo ñam si qualification bonus bi. So I don't know nag xam na how ma naka la ko gars yi séedaalee.
Yeah, these are
and that's why I did naka la xaalis boobu naka lañ koo séedaalee because it's a concern to me. Xëy na players yi tamit, I don't know ndax xaalis bi séedoo nañ ko already waaye xëy na players yi they are thinking how would this money be shared. So
Sang linga wax ni yëpp is on point. You ask very, very important questions. Koo xam ne, in my opinion, I'm with you. Suñ la ooyee rek ba nga nekk ci squad, you are part of it. That particular match, ñoo compté, then la compté.
Absolutely.
For example, Seydou Kane was invited twice, played, while he was in the team. I'm not game Jesper was there. Invite Ninko, I played. So man, the fact that you didn't la order, man, you are part of it.
But especially if you make the 23 or 25 man squad.
Yeah. So the thing is, you ask very, very, very legit question. Lana indi this 38 million, ak naka len ko CIA, o ndax sax joxe nañ ko ba pare because I was told that Cho didn't travel with the team. He was left behind to arrange some kind of the money because the team be demanding Ivory Coast. I think he was left behind to arrange maybe some of these players they have accounts in the Gambia, so maybe after winning the person send all calculation, maybe money was shared to their various account. Who knows? But I think it's very important, Sana, to have this discussion because Gambia, bogisi, they have problem going forward. We like to sit on information. That 38 million is taxpayers' money. Naler. Do halsi FIFA?
No.
It's not FIFA's money. It's our money.
Because ñu ne président bi dafa authorize pour xaalis bi joxe dafa jógee central bank lu jógee central bank suñ xaalis la.
So we will ask questions, and if they refuse to answer question, then we will speculate because ñun tamit am nañ access pour wax players ñun dañuy wax players.
That's true.
So if they want to hide it, we will say it.
That's true. Comme li ma la war rek am nga nit ki su la joxee cër dañ koo delloo cër. Comme duñ fa dee wax rek there are this is area am la his entirely his area as a team manager of the national team. I will reach out to him. You know, I will. You know, his doors are always open. You know, to me, there is no single time that I try to talk to him about specific issues that he's not he turned me down. So we will talk to him. You know, try to invite him, and he's always willing to, even though he's very busy. But I'm not, once I talk to him, we'll invite people, inviting for us to share thoughts about this. How does it work? Because Gambians,
one of the reasons what I think the show dafa wara clarify li is because nekut na man dama ekati wax bi because man kena mako nekk di halat. There are so many other people that have been thinking about Lee. This 38 million, nyan ñoko yelo war ko am. You know, so for him as a team manager, it is important that mu set light on 38 million bi ni lañ ko promisé won, ni lañ ko sédalé wala ni lañ plan pour sédalé ko. Su ko defé mu leer ci ñep, if there are bots, people can talk about it. Su ko defé ñom they will learn from it. And that's the reason why ñu dé wax, because sometimes so gisé ñu def certain posts, it's not that we want to bring the GFF down. We want them to see what we feel and to take the good side of what we're talking about and leave the bad side. That is the essence of criticism. Ñun they criticize, we critique what the GFF is actually doing, because mostly in our write-ups we come up with possible solutions for what they need. So it is important that they come out and clarify this, because Lee dafa important for you clarify ko, right? The other thing that needs to be talked about is guy buñ don dem dañ request for 388 million. Ñaata lañ receive on and that money was supposed to cover from March 1 to the final. Now guy aguñ final, ñaata lañ receive, ñaata lañ spend ak ñaata mo des. Fan la xaliss bobu dem bu dé la liste bi duga na sax, because yeneen were just pledges. Some of the things we are coming as mobile phone support, television support, as part of the pledges. So these things need to be elaborated to the public to understand them. Because then they encourage a lot of speculation. The speculation bahut in any institution or organization.
Sa linga jika hamga lan mo jehal affaire 38 million. Lutax every single Gambian have a right to know moy xaliss bi joge.
Yes.
It's our money. It's as simple as that. Kun xaliss la. Xaliss rew mi ku nekk war na laajte, and we want answers. Li nga wax ni rek mom la Kawandaw di laajte ni.
Yeah, Kawa
not just
talked
the 38
about.
million.
I wanted to come to that. Yes, in as much as
Okay.
we dealing with that 38 million, the 300 million as well is equally important. But I think there is no better person than the national.
388, like I was saying. They said they needed 388.
They requested whether they have money. We've also seen in some of the social media posts, even they receive money even during AFCON. You know, even when they're in AFCON, they receive some money. So we will try our best. But I think we've tried this before with the ministry, with the minister himself. You know, we were not able to talk to him. We were able to talk to him, but he referred us to the executive director of the National Sports Council, who was.
Can one chair National Coordinating Committee? Who is the chair?
So here's the thing. According to what we heard from the media and from their press conference, there was a co-chair. That is the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, first vice president of the Gambia Football Federation.
No, you have to name names. It was our sister Ndeye Mari Njie and Bakari Jammeh.
Bakari Jammeh. These are the two that were
Sang. I've never heard of this co-chairman. It's new to me.
Yeah.
Co-chairman is new to me.
What happened?
Co-chair usually lum indicate more. Somebody naturally kimo wara chair. Why we do not believe his competencies? Kina nyo chair. Kita min nanyo ligay ak mom ñu dem.
I don't get it.
I mean.
So the thing is, Harama clarify. Arama clarified for you to understand. There was a co-chair, you know, and we had Bakari in one of the press conferences, you know. But after that, Bakari went missing. Nobody saw Bakari. Bakari Jan. Bakari Jan. You know, he went missing. And I know at some point he was even in England. So he wasn't even in the country. So it's like you keep asking yourself, was there even a chair? But I also had from insiders of the ministry that I spoke to, they said that the minister came in and he wasn't comfortable with that, so he dismantled it. He was leading it himself.
Yeah, but Sana, so by here, I'm not being an article much share on soon when I was a group. They mentioned the president and the vice president, and Bakari's name was not there. And I asked the same questions.
Yeah.
But in the media, it was Bakari and everybody. But inside the AFCON,
it was the minister.
There was changes.
Yeah.
And the changes wasn't made public. You know? I don't know.
So I mean, these are things that were not clear. So they were like
well, Sana, if that is the case, then I think you should still go back to Bakari and Bakari Baji, I mean, because by right, ministry bi ñoo wara chair the national coordinating committee, or ñu redelegate ko to the GFF isi ko xamne mo wara chair. But if you set up a committee and it is co-chaired, yow nga ñoo use up their responsibilities nga nekk ci kanam doing A, B, and C yourself, then you need to answer to the questions. Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but mom, for his, because dafa am an interest in becoming a politician, and maybe in future even becoming the president of this country. So dafa wara make sure at this stage of his administration, we try to be as transparent as possible, as accessible as possible, for where there is supposed to be clarifications. Because Ndawla is a young man and he has a great future.
Yep.
He has a foundation where a lot of young people trust in him.
Yeah.
But to take a see façon yi and things are not been very clear, things are steady, then you need to lose hope in him, and did not affect his political ambition. Because the same guy is going to make the mayor of KMC.
Yeah.
And I know very well that one day he will put up his candidature to become the president of this country. Because politics.
Yeah.
Politics.
He's young.
So once you get in there, you are supposed to be climbing the ladder, not to coming down the ladder.
Yeah.
So I think whatsoever it is, Warna Muna willing to come and shed light on all these situations. In fact, even them, the issue of the aircraft. I mean,
the issue of this aircraft and the 388 million is entirely the responsibility of the NCC. You know, and I know that, and we should be very clear on that. The reason why we wanted to
NCCB has representatives from the National Sports Council, from the business sector, but also from the GFF and from the ministry. So, but then we can only hold the NCC accountable for this money.
Exactly. That's the point I want to make clear. The reason why we wanted to talk to Cho about the 38 million, because that is entirely qualification bonus, which is between an agreement, the federation and the players. And I believe that Cho was the very guy who was negotiating that, because these are administrative issues. It is in and around the team, and is entirely responsible. So we will reach out to him and try to find out. The whole scope about this 38 million. But also the 388 million, it is entirely the responsibility of the NCC. And I think, this is why we should call our elite journalists in the country. These are times where we should be scrutinizing a lot of things. In as much as we are critical about the Football Federation and their it is also important. It is also important that you hold people, that also play a major role. That is the NCC. This NCC has been there the last AFCON. and they use taxpayers' money to take the national team to AFCON. People
And they
never
didn't
ask
report
questions
that to the
about.
public.
And they came out this time around. Same problem. And we have some major problems in Europe prior to this AFCON. Lolu played a very big role. To me, AFCON defense, AFCON campaign, like the playing issue. Lolu would not traumatize anybody.
Absolutely.
Would not traumatize anybody. And those are things they shouldn't go scot-free. But these are entirely responsibility of NCC who are representing the government. So they should, any journalist should hold them accountable. Should hold them accountable of how, why, and why all this. Ask questions. We will try our best. We will try to talk to them and see. But these are our journalists should do a better job.
Well, Sana Lolumom is undoubted. It's undoubted. But the fun here is you sometimes they wonder why should journalists actually remain silent over this kind of things. Dan Hamut where to come in and play their role. They fear that if they talk about these things, they will not be included in packages coming or land. They don't understand sometimes because really, for example, the plane issue. The people the people Gambia toge plane issue bobu nunu dañ ko warona ekati diko wax every day ci media bi lacte kan mo a higher plane bi su dé mu ngi serve in government wala mu ngi serve position in a position of leadership ci suñ football wala suñ sports dafa wara resign because that was a national disaster in waiting. That was a national disaster in waiting. Lulu daf don't raid the whole of the country. Because it was not only players in that plane, even some journalists were in that plane. So that was a national disaster in waiting. And Lulu,
and those journalists
without doing anything, without setting up a commission of inquiry to inquire land more responsible for all these things and what is the punishment that should come on you're responsible for this thing. Really, it is a shame that we are still sitting and nothing is said about it and nothing is done about it. As a country, it's a big shame, I think.
And guess what? Talking about journalists, you have a nuance flight. If nobody is talking about it, they themselves, what are they waiting for? Huh? You have to send life money at stake. Huh? Send life money at stake. And who was the logistic officer? One Mr. Njai was the logistic officer. He should come and explain to the people. Something Njai. Is it Papa Yusufa? Or something Njai was the logistic officer? We need to know. We need to know what's happening. And coming over here, those journalists in the same life was on the line. They are still in the country, acting like all is well, or all was well. Limoy problem in Gambia. Even the victims are scared to talk for reasons best known to them. But like I said, lead Nekopudi Watan, and we will like I said, I mentioned friends, in the system. So they will tell us.
Something positive happened, Abib. Good players, they have an issue with this, their qualification bonus, and they refused to go. They came out and talked, which wasn't happening. Which wasn't happening. And I think they came out to talk to clarify, things, and which was very important. And it is up to the Gambians to digest it, because some people are privy to all what was happening. Because players, I admit, I'm not in your watanal. I'm not know then they trusted them to talk to them and seek advice.
So we have to say a big thank you to Seydou Janko, because in Hamantene, soon these Gambian players, even when they are there in Dua, thanks to Seydou Janko for coming out and exposing them. If there was no Seydou Janko, the severity of the crime committed.
Yeah.
How much load?
I agree.
Because boys, I saw the Gambian players coming from Saudi ñuy daw journalist ko bëggu ñoo wax. I saw them in the video ñu ngi escape because bëggu ñoo wax. What are you scared of? Ana yow gëm lo yàlla.
No, xam nga Habib lan moo si dee nekk mooy players yi loolu dafa bari si Gambian sportsmen de man even when I was practicing as a sports journalist danga gis dawkat yi athletes yi ak footballers yi they are going through a horrible stuff dinañ la ko wax si pet even coaches dinañ la ko wax si pet waaye if soo pointé sa microphone ñu ne la no bëgguma wax lii because so dafa mel ni gars yi they don't trust in themselves because loolu la they don't trust in themselves. They believe that if they talk about this, duñ leen invite at. Ba pare loolu tamit dafa wara dañ ci Gambia bi. When people have their opinion, when people are angry about issues and they talk about an issue, yow as a leader, yow li nga wara def moy to see how best you can solve the problem. But bu ko nga tiye ko sa hall bi nga nan ko nga ne coach bi ne we don't bëggu ñu nga invite at key because key daf they expose blah blah. Loolu Come on, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I'm what I'm preparatory money. CAF then they do preparatory money. And then there's also so nemesi AFCON be so to group stage beside I'm Gumfoot. I was gonna say this at the end of the program. When father the Gambia Football Federation is they should be receiving almost $30 million is from CAF after the AFCON, for just finish a play in the AFCON group stage proper. So that is probably, let's hope for the best. That could go to their
competition money. Then they have competition money.
Wow, maybe
come like FIFA luñ dé def after the FIFA after the World Cup. All countries, including New Demutsa, then they all FIFA members would then they have a certain share.
Yeah, so they probably would go to their depths because they I understand that they have almost $62 million is debt to the various banks, and hopefully that would and the GFM is bound to receive that money, and we cannot tell them how to put this money because they have a tendency of saying and I think Kaba should be bold enough because I heard Kaba saying in one of in Africa TV and during his AFCON, a journalist asked him qualification bi anyone in ministry bi dugal na si xaalis Gambia ne yëpp a si jàppa mu ne déedéet amut bi qualification GFF la ñun ñoo ko moom ñun ñoo ko liggéey. So if you can be bold enough to say that if the team fails, you should come out to Gambia and apologize. No, what I'm saying is, at that point, run football, I would give hands down. I will agree that the credit goes to the Football Federation. But also now that the team is really bad, bad, let him come out and tell Gambians that we did really bad.
Yeah. So Sana,
GFF, government, and players. Three of them, you're talking they qualify, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to hamne. Out of these three, there is only one person, one group, Kose Guinea and Gambia can still qualify. Yamadiga, the players, the government, and GFF. Three of them, they join together to qualify. So Guinea, GFF, out of these three, we will still qualify because government will fund the team and then qualify. So Guinea players don't play. So GFF cannot take credit of the non-qualifier. They are part of it.
They take credit on record.
No. Let's say this. They are part of it. Len Boka. Why Nekulo Hamne? Mungai definition success. The success of the GFF entirely lies on the domestic front.
All I'm saying is let Kaba come out again and tell Gambians we have failed woefully, because if there was a success, you claim it. If there is a failure, claim it.
No, Hamasana, let me come in here. And I'm not speaking on behalf of the Gambia Football Federation fee. But so you say you know to take credit, to claim credit for that, because the ministry or the government failed in their responsibility in funding the national teams camps in all these matches. Hanga, we are not we are not I think some people somewhere are hiding the truth. Somewhere. Because government, Bakari Dafla Wahne, we spent this amount of money on the national team from the time I came into office to now. So, GFF Nyungla Wahne, the GFF no responsible for even putting the bill of the coach and other national team responsibilities. In fact, Lulu Tahnabe, money coming for football for the development of football is going into national team issues to the point that the Gambia Football Federation is running red in their bank books. And Lulu is dangerous for Kaba and his team. Because the team you inherited, the Lafa Bayel Halis, with all the millions that are coming to the GFF, you are telling us that your bank books are red. That is a serious thing. You saw it by the family inherit you. Dafa inherit debts. And that is dangerous. With all this money that has come into this country. Red. Simply because the government the truth. Government must be told to take charge of our national team. If they cannot take charge of our national team, you buy some players in, you play club football. And we forget about national team football. Why Halis being known for the development of football and whatsoever. Let them see women football and grassroots football. And that's my position and that's my stand.
Well,
Gambia government neku di def neku di foot all the bills when it comes to national football. Lolo is a fact. GFF are partly putting their monies in national team.
Guys, I have 100%. I have to bring this up now because we did talk. I did just talked about right now the Football Federation should also take credit of this bad performance, and they just released a statement 19 minutes ago in their Facebook page apologizing to Gambians for falling short of for falling short. So
they saw Ghana did it.
No, I didn't. I just saw that it pops in there. Like I said, my thing is because thank God we're in a social media generation now. So what had that they're naked on the archives, and then people can always go back and set out code. If we can credit of these of this whole thing, if it is right, if it is wrong, this is what I believe in. Come out and apologize to Gambians to tell them this is wrong. This I did this and I fall short. And apologize.
Sana, when Kaba was taking credit on this issue, he was sitting right at QTV.
Yeah.
At QTV, more Esonians, right?
Yeah.
How many times like about them in media since Bunjige Afcon?
A lot of
How many times?
A lot of times.
Thank you.
No,
is there any time for Mutaha apologize?
They had people talking about it. Even I did mention one thing about. I hope that they will come out and also tell Gambians what went wrong. And I think you cannot just come out and say that you wanted to point blames on people and stuff. I'm glad they did. I'm glad they came out and take responsibility.
Yeah. One thing I won't do. I will not hold GFF accountable. Bogise national team be fail ñom la. In that aspect, man duma hold GFF 100%. Munna wax ne they are part of the problem. Why nekut ne they are the sole problem. No. National team mom it's a collective thing. Man GFF mo ko hold accountable 100% moy league bi ak luy xew in the home front. Fofu is entirely on them. But national football is a component. Yeah, moto bu amul essence du daw. GFF dafa spend, government spend, and then you have the players and sometimes the private sector. So bobu collectively la yefi Gambia la. GFF can do comme maison.
The catch here is GFF dafa wara spend, government be spend. Why government be at least GFF Swiss Spencer waruta upper 25% of the expenditure.
Exactly. I completely agree with
Even,
that. I completely agree
no,
with that.
maybe 10%.
Exactly. Why so junute matuwaay bobu nonu nga won government ne look ñun li rek lañ mëna support li des nak baye nañ leen ko so leen ko defute ñun dinañ cancel all our international matches.
Yeah, why son here is the thing also.
You make it public ne look ñun over the years ñun dañ inherently why we think it's not the best practice. What other countries are doing is that Football Federation bi dafa contribute why tuuti rek that they contribute te ñun tamit loolu lañ mën a contribute mënu ñoo contribute lu ëpp because suñ defee loolu noonu ñu ngee disturb the growth of our game loolu rek we make it clear.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Sam. Contribute to the GFF. There is also money coming in for all the member associations for national team support. That is coming from FIFA. And I think it is important to note, Lulu. In as much as we're talking about funding, if monies are coming to help you, do things for the national team, you had a quota to play. I agree. I completely agree. I'm in agreement with anybody who said the national team should be entirely funded by government. But I would live for Lindan over the years is bureaucracy. Then there are a lot of bureaucracy you have there. Can do nyame again spill the facts. Lolu definitely your problem. Mota Bubakari Baji told at the beginning. He was coming out to say this government is doing this. Government money at the definitely.
Of course.
Yeah, I understand. And I think I did, yeah. I was like, wow, okay. This is what we wanted to know. So all of a sudden, it was government who was doing X, Y, and Z. Why? This time off the GFF, soon budget, then they know again and the ministry has given them such amount of money to do this. Even though they fall short on the budgeted amount. So don't know how much Lumla one right now. There is Amudben coordination the Federation and the ministry. There is a big gap, Mohamnela. Then to break those gaps if we wanted to move our football forward.
I think one thing that can also be improved is with our national team having to go to AFCON 2 consecutive times. National team bi war naa mun a am local partners ñoo xam ne dinañ dugal xaalis national team bi to the point GFF xaalisam sa waruta suy dugal tamit dafa nekk lu ndaw rek. Because I cannot understand why we have a national team this successful and we are still struggling to have, parastatals and government parastatals and private sector involvement in our national team. Lolu mënuma ko understand is either that the marketing department of the GFF isn't doing well or isn't doing much in making so we let the stakeholders understand that here is a brand that can give you visibility. But they waruñ di struggle to leave. Why football development money should go for football development.
Yeah.
Sang man nga xam ne def ma marketing. Man nga xam ne marketing du suma area. Man óor na ma óor yàlla ne suma dem job GFF. I will get funds for the league. I can bring funds for the league. I'm telling you. Muna in the funds put league be am a very good partnership bohamne. Sana. At least we will have $5 million for the league.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And Kabanda Wahambini is on point.
Yeah,
because if people don't trust you, they don't give you money.
Yeah, but I know and there are a lot of people that are asking about let's talk about the national team coach. We cannot say a lot about the national team coach. Because we didn't know what the the ministry together with the Gambia Football
No,
Federation.
Sana, the question is, are there any Gambian coaches who can do the job?
What
Kaba Mune Amud. So
No,
that's the question here.
Kaba Mune Lallan Amut, because that's something that I know
Well,
he said no
Sana, we all heard what Kaba said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said they don't have an A license, which I think there are a lot of Gambians that have there are Gambians that have an A license.
Sana.
Yeah.
Sana. Sana. So Fekene Kaba said something about coaches and it is not accurate. Coaches Association that has a data of all their coaches. What are you gain and you condemn ko in the strongest term? Ne look about what is an error, it's not true, because Gambia has 3 A license, UEFA A license coaches. So has an A license in this year, so has an A license in this year, and so has an A license in this year. So suñu bugute jo a Gambian coach the responsibility nañ wax ne buguñ ko joxe Gambian, but there are Gambians who have an A license. But if they don't have, then it's better they keep quiet.
I want to ask one question. If GFF asks, if they ask Edith to apply for the coach 5 years ago, listen to me well. They asked him to apply. Sanham, he applied in UK and gave it to Bucks. This is 5 years ago, before you guilt up. If he was eligible, if he was fit to do it 5 years ago, since 5 years ago from now, Edie has been a better coach in terms of the badge you acquired, in terms of experience, in terms of the level Bumo coach. Because 5 years ago, Edie was never an assistant coach in a league in Greece. He was an assistant coach in a 4th division team called in Greece. But Edie applied. I'm on all these accolades. And this is 5 years ago. So if he was good to go 5 years ago, Ben Nekomu applied and he applied, and he has improved in all areas in coaching until now.
When that 5 years ago, requirement be more one a UEFA A license coach?
Requirement no matter when he has all the accolades to be a coach. So you sort of ngane amuniko dafa hawa man you kind of contradict yourself. Manola ko gisi.
Lolo Manela, Coaches Association, they should have a data of all the coaches. It's not true. Ñom dañ wara condemn lulu in the strongest possible term be para ñu clarify ki dafa am bi ki dafa am bi
who will say that?
No, I am a member of the Coaches Association, but I'm not part of the executive member. So let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing, Sam. Let me tell you. You did mention something very important, which I share the same idea, the same belief as well. Mandima moving to the US. When I moved to the US, what I did first was to try to network between foreign coaches, Gambian coaches abroad, and the National Coaches Association. I personally, my engineer, having a group of all the Gambian coaches I know, and having proper license.
Made a good point here.
Yeah, I will come to that. So I personally contacted all the Gambian coaches I know that have proper license, and that was almost like 3.5 years ago. And most of these coaches, UFC racing 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago, most of those Soviets are having B license. I can name you a couple. Okay? But this is stand out now when Pascal, John Necker England. Those are forgotten names. And these are individuals now that they have proper certificates in coaching. Young T-boy. So, and I try to network with the coaches.
Why T-boy? Does T-boy have a pro FIFA pro UEFA pro licensed coach?
He is about
he's on the verge of having it.
Well, I'm not able pare. I'm not able pare. So he's pro.
Even Simon Baji.
He's
Simon Baji.
Simon Baji in US.
Yeah, Simon is working for Monza. As a
Yankuba Sise, Mal.
People like Mal. I have all these people in the group. Marco Pioneer. Just to bring Gambian coaches abroad, new network at the Gambia Football Coaches Association. But guess what? Guess what, Frank? It's really difficult to work with our people. Really difficult.
Why negative member, man, dama toothless bulldogs.
Yeah, I understand. And Ibra Jan, exactly. Kebanda, you talking of Ibra. Ask Ibra. I did have conversation Ibra Pascal. Every single Gambian coach,
top striker was.
Mohammed
was a good striker.
Different capacities. I try to contact you. I mean, and
they
want to network with the Gambian football coaches.
Sana, this guy, it is Sarah.
It is Portsmouth, yeah.
Hey, son, we have people who are legit. Imagine a Gambian working in Portsmouth.
Why Lolo Tamanelen, Gingali Coaches Association, you want to clarify Lee.
No.
So it is important that Coaches Association, you clarify Lee.
Son, coaching association are not independent. Coaching association, they are not independent.
Habib Maima, gis nga kabalum wax ni dafa create a big shadow, a dark shadow in Gambian coaching. Te suñ ko baye mu tedda nonu dina affect Gambian coaches a lot.
I mean, if Gambian coaches
cannot limal 10 people here, 10
or more.
They have the qualification or more.
Sana, Pamoduka Lumam.
Pamoduka.
America.
It's coaching at a higher level. It's like, at some point he was in Vancouver Whitecaps, something. I mean, he's a big 10 to 40. And I was going to even reach out to him as well. But like I said, I didn't want it to go because it's hopeless. It's just difficult for our Gambian coaches. So is there any database, to keep track of Gambian coaches abroad? If you ask the president of the Gambia Football Coaches Association, I don't think there is any. And in terms of identifying coaches, these are, we are in a modern world. It's easy to know all these coaches.
Why the technical
certificate? It's easy to track its development. Certificate.
Sana, I think the technical director and the technical department of the Gambia Football Federation, also have a database of all the Gambian coaches, including Gambian coaches that are coaching outside.
Sam, it's easy to know. It's easy to know. You go to like, for example, in the US here. Coaching badges. It's easy to know. There is a portal. The license number. Put the license number, you would know. He was in Spain. He has an A license. He's a Gambian. You understand? So, you know what the Gambian A license? It's just mere talk like.
Sang. Hanga in life. The family you yik. Sang Mendy. My digger Sang Mendy is a very good journalist and a teacher. Ma am si Sang Sohla. Latif Sang number jilla kola sana mala Habib. Wow. Damala Sohlon for dika ngana mangi bulfur o bakaw. I want to see you. Nga jox ma appointments ma ñew ci yow. Waxtana yow. Sang wow ni ak ni damala soxla. You feel loved. You feel important. You feel like he is serious. That's how we should treat our own people. One leen I want you. One leen I want to work with you. Nit lu mu la bañ soo ko joxee cër daf la ko delloo. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. But
the thing is the way
suñu waxee ne they have a plan to work with other coaches until later. I can buy that. But don't discredit the Gambian coaches because of you already have a plan. The a plan be dafa backfire because nit ñi dina yuuxu nga ñëw ci media naan waaw ba pare they saying ne T-Boy ñoom ñoo anti T-Boy made a post jël T-Boy example ne waaw nii T-Boy didn't like the post. He didn't like it. He made a post and after he put the post down, but the fact that he made a post explained everything. And Matar Boy was in that similar position whereby he wanted assistance from them, but they didn't help Matar.
The assistant to Matar.
No, Haramola. Matar before we win Senegal, he needed their support and services. They never did. So Kaba Suta have a Gambian coaches amunko, and you have been here for 10 years. Then I will ask Kaba a question. In 10 years, look at your Munlo even a B license. On the Kaba's reign, I'm a B license. So what have you done? What have Kaba done? In 10 years, you're loaded for the coaches, 0. So you amulo the audacity, amulo ben moral put have do any in Amunko. You could have helped them to get it. Because I don't see his license that I'm through Senegal. So look at Nyom as an institution helping the Gambian coaches. Sir, even the C license, man munna ko jangale. We look at Gambia amun A license. Gambia must have A license test.
Even B license is a basic. You know, right. I don't just want to go deep into that. Well, like I said, if you wanted to,
when was the last time you ambulation?
It's about almost 8 years ago. 8.5 years ago.
Thank you.
There's ambulation in the country, and we don't even have a.
So Sang, think about it. So ñoom defuñ dara pour ñu am election. Yow mi nga xam ne you should make it happen defuloo ko. And then nga naan ok gars yi amuñ ko fan la Gambien si mën a amee CAF bi election su passé Gambia. Where? What have you done? Nothing about it. Léegi ñi nga xam ne am nañ ko ñoom Idi, because Idi Kaba is angry with Idi because he endorsed Kamoso. It's as simple as that. Idi endorsed Kamoso openly. He is angry with him. It's that simple.
Lolo definitely is just too childish, man. It's just too childish because man, in as much as Mange and Agio, I have all rights to endorse somebody else. You know, when it comes to leadership and management. Yeah, that's normal, man. That's normal.
Because
I know
you're a choice.
There are a lot of things. Let's look at how our ex-players, the national team, because most of them, could have been used in different capacities. Gambia is Afghan, and you don't have your ex-players around your national team. And they wanted to brag. Did they make a post about Pamudu Jani? They don't. Because Ndaha did it with the help of his friends. Motamudem Afghan. But now do them Afghan, they put turn his back on his national team. He's not going to do that. He wasn't there as an ambassador. But could we have done better? We could have done better.
Wait,
Musa Sise came to this platform. I told him, what plans do the NCC have to inculcate the ex-players into this national team? Bring them around the national team. Let them feel that, hey, they are also part and parcel of it. While you ex-players in your they were very, very good during their days and sacrificed everything for the country, have been neglected for some reason. There's FIFA fund, and there are funds that are up there for these ex-players, for these veteran players. But because you don't want anybody to be part of it.
Kaaf si boppam ñoo toog xool gis ne ma ne waa Gambia moom xanaa amuñ pro Kaaf si boppam ñoo xool ba gis ne ñun we are nowhere. They asked for it, and then Nda went to this AFCON. Guy defuñ benn article, despite the fact that it was all over the news. Guy defuñ article, but bunda demee seeti boys yi. They want to seize the opportunity as ñoom ñoo tax Nda nekk CAF ambassador, which is not accurate. It's not accurate because man xam naa si dara man Nda the only person that his name was mentioned or you give props ko xam ne am na lu si xaw a facilitate was Momodou Ba.
Momodou Ba, yeah.
Momodou is close to CAF. The rest are saying ne waaw man sa kolon nañ ma. Everybody want to take credit. Why?
They can look up for that. You know, Lamin Kababayo said he's the one who wrote to CAF. So that
that's you know how man, I don't want to talk about it. Then what is stopping them from writing an article about that?
They were not responsible. They were not responsible of this. That wasn't true. That wasn't true. They just saw they were equally dumbfounded when they saw Nda's name popped in as an as an ambassador.
ñun xam nañ lu xew. ñun xam nañ ne Nda is going to AFCON depuis 19 compalom.
Yeah.
Waaye man nekkuma ko dee break news. Man doxuma si yoon. Yaa ma understand? Ñun xam nañ lu xew. So you know, I think Gambians are happy. Nda deserve na ko, and Nda said that Elijah Diouf, he told me personally now, Elijah Diouf is a very good brother because Diouf make things very easy because Bimo in that first time with him. So he said that Elijah Diouf was a kind brother to him. And if you look at the videos, he was with Diouf in many times. So Diouf make things very, very, very nice. So Nda was able to do his networking. He met a lot of people.
All right. Balama dem lal post bi Famara Kema Jobs, you know, they're very that they follow this program. Senior man, Sana, what Habib just said about Kaba not seeing eye to eye with Iri is because of him endorsing Kamaso is not true. Let us try to unite each other rather than dividing. What he said is not true. So he doesn't agree with the notion that you know, Kaba isn't seen eye to eye with Idi because of him endorsing Kamaso.
I'm not saying Famara is a brother, but no, let me talk to Famara. Famara is a brother. So Habib toge wax lum wax. I think the first thing Famara should do is to ask me, how do I know? But so when it's not true, man gën la xam dag ma toy and Famara has to understand it. I am talking to a person called Hamne, my leads on football, which I'm not small opinion, Simon.
Yeah.
So if Famara said I'm not true, he said it's like Famara is attacking me. You are trying to attack your brother for doing nothing. The Famara, you have to understand it. No, sir. Let me talk. Let me talk. Famara Suma Rakala. I don't have issue with you. You can be loyal to Kaba, but you have to respect me. Because man, I will never say to you, ne Famara, linga of diga. Because Sehuma yo, whole low position. Boys, you have to understand one thing. You can be loyal to anybody. Famara is my little brother. Respect more neka suma digantemo. Let me learn. Luma wax dama ko xam 100%. So if Famara said Lumawa is not true, that matoy.
Yeah, you get Miss Habib. I think he's having a lot of calls right now. Sang.
So man lima bugona wa fi moy su fekkene lu Habib wax is anything to go by, that is childish in nature. Nito neke in a position of leadership, don't expect ne ñepp dinañ la buga. And when people are going for elections, ñi dañ am a choice to choose between you and somebody else. Ñi suñ ñëlé be di choose, suñ choose tamit so xamé ne suma nawle bi de moom kële la choose sax warut a tax nga create enmity ak kooku noonu because loolu dafa childish dara
Sarah, I have to finish this.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Famara Suma is a brother.
Yeah.
My mom bokkuñ opinion when it comes to Gambian football because mom dafa am fu mu far.
Yeah.
Te man mosuma wax ne Famara mosuma ko tooñ mosuma ko disrespect even though magam la. Léegi nag gis nga ni aduna koo xam ne mosul laa disrespect te mosul laa tooñ. Being loyal to Kaba doesn't mean that you have to come here and call me names. Man, I'm a problem. Why I'm kind of disappointed in him because hamnane man koto yamla te mosuma koto te gis nga nit su fekkee de mosula toñ sagut la Kaba ba su fekkee nga ma wax ne luma wax neku diga da nga gis ne kii daf ma tooñ waaye ma jégal na ko bi ko xamal tax su toñ fi Gambia duma wax lii waaye lu ma bëgg mu understand mooy lu ma ko wax man lu ma wax ci Gambian football dama ko xam Kaba Bajo lu mere Idrissa Sonko hana dégloo ci interview kii bi lu wax Kaba he used to talk with Idi but now anymore not anymore if Idi endorsed Kaba in the election ndukon fu nekk nii Kaba will be talking about Idi but because he was working with T-Boy under 23 despite all the coaches, he can only mention T-Boy. So boys in young Famara and all these other boys, yen liggéey leen GFF. Te mana yeen dañoo soxlante ci dëkk bi. We will need each other. The GFF bi du fi nekk till the end of time. So you guys have to be very careful of the language bi nga use towards your own people. Man, I'm a Gambian. I'm entitled to my opinions. Respectal loolu. While boys xam nga la mo seen problème. Ñeneen ñi pour out job GFF, they could even insult you, which is sad. Because man, I feel so amee ambition. Nga gom sa bopa. Sa man duma saga ken because of anybody. That person is not existing. If you go to the Elder Bangle, you ask Willie, he will tell you. I will not insult anybody for Willie. I will not fight for anybody for Willie. I will not do the same thing to Study Bukamaso, even for Sanayafa. Boys, they have to understand one thing. Li Gambia la ñun dañ ci am ray mom am na fu mu far man faruma fa mosuma dem ci page ma wax ne Famara ni no I will not do that man suma maturity pass na fofu why boy I feel sorry for them ñom they are cyber warriors of the GFF they attack everybody I think he should be ashamed of himself for calling me ne man luma diga te mo xam na ne Famara xam na ne if I am standing face to face he will never say that hell no. As he just said, I mean, it's not only Idi. If all of us, not only Idi, all of us, we talk to Kaba before the elections, and they know that we are not in the same boat. Okay.
That's why.
Okay, Legi, sana, haramo Famara ben example. I used to go to GFF, and Kaba used to host me in his office. Hedna Mansa. Kaba malaga respect man I was accorded to sit with Kaba in the office for 2 hours. Henga Famara must amlul mo Kaba tete. I went to GFF a couple of times and I have pictures to back it up. I was accorded man Kaba taxaw on the media mu ma taga Famara amul on record. Kaba on record mu ma praise on record for my contribution towards Gambian football. Famara amul man am na all those things from Kaba. If I feel that they are doing things the wrong way, it doesn't mean I hate them. I am more respected than them in the eyes of this. Look, Nyom Kaba, they don't hate me. They don't hate me. They just want me to be in their camp and they couldn't have me.
Gumfood said Abib is speaking the truth. We even spoke to Idris. He confirmed the same thing just yesterday. Hang on, man.
Wait. Sana, Idi. I watch Idi play Nawetan. So, you know what's Idi? Even guy Idi is our Idi. He's from SL.
Yeah.
He plays the same team Elephants with my elder brother Mojam Bof Aknyum To. Damaham Idi. He is my elder brother. Idi lal bumdam teda tinegi paju. Bumonyeka hale. That same bed Adam teda negi paju. Do tay. Ndoyi then calm down.
No, Lima one you know. The question was directed to you. Why your Hamna Manhamna, when it comes to these ex-players and a lot of them, especially in the music coaching industry, we had a very good relationship with them. And so I'm not going to really talk about that a lot because also most of these names you gain on the ex-Gambian players, then I have a relationship with them. We're friends. But one, I'm not going to fight for anybody to get a job. You get a job based on merits, and these are Gambians.
And to make it fact, it is a more applied 5 years ago. It was not a Mobuga apply. They asked him to apply.
They asked him to apply.
So lol na leer.
Yeah, they asked him to apply. So I mean, all these coaches, anybody who's working for the national team, you giving the job, it should be based on merits. Because this is what I believe in. It's not about Idi Sumaharidla. I have to fight for Idi, or Matar Sumaharidla. I have to fight for Matar, or T-Boy Sumaboyla. I have to fight for T-Boy. I mean, all these names, I had a very, very good relationship with them. But don't musa dega sana talk. The one day, don't let Idi jobby. Don't let Idi jobby. I'm not gonna do that. Anybody who has the job should be based on merits. But let's be very, very considerate. Appointing the next coach, let's look at the interest of the country. Not the Bokaki, or Kimoko Indi, or Kileko Indi. Let's not take that route because it could end up hurting us.
Sarah, do you think I will say that as it's called ex-player, like do you think I will say that?
No, man jaka top because with the relationship man jaka top man Aziz na buñ ko appoint.
Because Aziz do coach.
No, Aziz wouldn't do that.
Thank you very much. So and indeed this name Kaba Moko Trigger, you went on air and said ne amut garments you am the qualification. Momo. So Kaba Mota ni ñi ne ko no am na ñu ko am. So, like I said, Gambia is a small country.
Yeah, we will
always advise boys in Hamne. They are at the other side. I always tell them, even those working for my boy, you need Tamla for 5 years, you know. Blen nangu koto in Hamne, am then I kir, am I moto, am I java. Yen, send able to
send them young Europe the jungle.
While your salary 7,000, 6,000, 7,000. Why do you allow Koto to use a cyber warrior? Tell you Boku Satio. I'm a media officer. If they want to respond to people, they will do it officially. Why do you want to fight with me? For my opinion. Why? Why? Man, yo, man. And guess what's up? Some of these boys, they have my numbers. I have their number. In fact, some of them in the past, one name is Secretary GFF. I have facts to back it up. Some of these boys, one name is Secretary GFF. I have it on WhatsApp, on Messenger. Some of them, I can shut them down in a minute because one name is Secretary GFF in the past. Because I'm the Funja. So, na respect be down. Na respect be down. I have
cool.
No, I won't. Hey, son, I will never. Man, I'm too much of that.
No, you all
right. We went to election, which I was supporting Sadibu, and I have some of them, their videos, what they did in Limbe. I'm not a video of some quarter you under IGA. You think I will use that on election? Hell no. Man, don't must you. Man, I want peace. But boys, no, if you understand it, quarter you never send by, never send yai. They are just working for public office and people must criticize them. That is life after GFF. So, but I one day, boom cross the line because of Kaba. Kaba is just or uncle, man. Some things I will only do it for my father or my mom, not for politicians or government officials. For some compensation. Man, I'm bigger than that. Why not? Jigal nako subandula. Nako boye passe mu wahamu.
No, man, fans subandula. We are in like suma real while. We are in regular contact, and like I'm not
man, I'm not suma boy hamne. Man, I'm not saga in the past, but they end up they might bro absolutely. Man, no, it's okay. They must saga told you male. Because the moment you neexul leen ñu saga ma waaye man yooyu min naa ko I maa ngi wax si media so xam nga si la bokka Why that was just a small advice pour boy ñu bàyyi seen xel. Because femme mun naa dañee moom femme.
No,
I can go to Gambia.
Farm said didn't go. We will talk.
Dama dem Gambia. Ñu dajee ngénte oo dëj oo taka. Daf maa xool lu ma wax. Lan la ma wax? Lu ma wax?
No, I'm not. It's not the way he wanted to put it. Or I'm not quite sure. I don't want to talk on his behalf.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
I'm not going to talk on his behalf. But I'm not. He will. We all brothers. We are not enemies. So everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Sir, let me tell you one story. Dama dem baara time ba nga ànd suma jabar. Ñu duga gaal. Bu ñu duggee gaal benn man dagaat suma jabar. Ñu ko dagaatee suma jabar waayal. Bu mu waayalee waaji boo ko adressé ma step in. Bu ma step in ma bugal ramba waaji ci gaal bi. Ñu aate ñu. And guess what? Ñu aga baara ndekete koto boobu suma benn woy magam bu jigéen mooy jëkkëram. Ñu aga fekk ñu ngi wat ndeke moom moo dem wat foofu noonu soo ma aga si kër bi ñu ma introduce gars yi dama kii mooy jëkkëri Jóob fekk maa moom ñu ngi bëgg a fight ci gaal bi soo ma ne ko yine asa mare mu ñu ne ma xew ma leen maa moom day bëgg a fight ñu ne ma laa ilaha illallah kii soo leen xewoon moom musiba am na so that's Gambia for you. It's small.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Man, I get run out to practice. Sang, I
got two.
Nobody talked about it. I had this blue, I have the green, I have the white. Nobody talked about it. You know, because they couldn't be real the Bajul. Man,
Asa ñaar la ma jox.
Waaw man fortune la nekk. So at least one man
no déglu. Yow da nga xaaraan. Man fa laa dëkka. Du benn. Fortune TV Barra yoo xam nga loolu.
Wale nekkaatu TV Barra, TV West Coast la. Barra half la moom West Coast half la moom.
Asa ñaari bés la ma may ñaar.
Man de awma team.
Yow Brikama United nga nekk sang.
No way, man Hawks la musa nekka waaye nekkaatuma foofu dama leen bàyyi tout le temps.
Dinañ ba waxi Hawks bi another day.
Right.
Well, guys, thank you very much for.
Asan ñaari bés la ma may yu espal ñaar. Ñu ci yëm si.
Suma wardrobe bi mu ngi nii maa ngi gis green bi sax ak white bi sax so bul worry. You know, guys, thank you very much. Next week, Karamo Fox, former Gambian referee, you know, because in as much as we wanted to talk about the players, we also need to talk about the next generation of referees.
Sana, I want to Sana, I'm not going to invite. Why? If I say it on air, then you're hijack.
No, blue worry.
Then you hijack.
Referees don't want to invite because it is important we talk with them.
Sang Ruben Cisse mune sang living Hawks is a felony. You know
man buma baye yaga na sali bu baye xana lolu felony la.
Mané mo dem BST
baye lolu felony la. Man de baye na de
Mane Sadi bu bayna sang mari bayna
Sadi bu muna baye de muna gaay ko suspend so Sadi bu bokku ci
wa suspension li su jeexee ñun ñëpp dinañ dellu
Sadi bu wona ko ma ne ko yaa ngi hospital mu ne ma déedéet ko suspend de
Mane Ruben Cisse dafa join BST officially.
Oh wow transfer window bi close na léegi. Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.